is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Oh, I just love that song. So you probably will hear it a lot. We have choice. At every moment of our lives, we have choice. And so what can we choose? We can always choose love. So welcome, everyone. It's good to see you. It's good to see some people I haven't seen in a little while. And always good to see when we gather together. It brings me so much joy to be in oneness with one another. So we have a lovely service planned for you, as we always do. We put a lot of love and energy and prayer into what we do on Sunday morning. And I want to thank this AV team and the ushers and all the people behind the scenes that do so much to make sure that when you walk into these doors, you have something really beautiful and perfect and united. Thank you. So I want to also welcome my YouTube family and our Facebook family. Thank you for your loyalty and always tuning in. We love your comments. We love your being present. So I'm going to ask you to like and share the video today at the end so that we can spread this message. YouTube and Facebook family. Hello, YouTube and Facebook family. Wonderful. This week, Michael shared with me some statistics about who's watching us. And I was really, really, really very happy. knowing that we are reaching quite an audience out there, which is fabulous. So we want to be able to turn around and wish them a happy day. Turn around, greet our Facebook. Did we do that already? We did it. Okay, you see, I'm so excited that you're with us. That I just want to make sure you stay with us. So grateful for the way things are evolving. God is the source. God is always leading. We can stay in that place of love, be really present, all is well. So I'm going to invite you to join me right now for a moment of prayer to set the intention for this time together. And take a deep breath with me. And let it go. Love the breath. The breath, when we focus on it, brings us right here to the now. We acknowledge the loving presence that moves through us and in us and animates us and is always where we are. God the good, by any name that you call it, it is the infinite presence that holds us, sustains us, and is our source. And so we acknowledge that this day. And we set the intention to really be present, to be right here, forgetting everything that needs to be done later. That's not even there yet. No power there. And letting go of what already happened. We set the intention to be right here with open hearts and open minds, to listen, to receive, and knowing that the seeds that we capture are meant to transform our lives. And so I know that we are here by divine order, whether online or in person. We are together by divine order. And so when this service is done with open minds and open hearts, we will not be the same. For we have been in presence together, in the state of oneness. And we will leave renewed and transformed. And for this awareness, we say thank you, thank you, thank you, God. And so it is. So would you say the affirmation of oneness with me? There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, right here, right now, God. Namaste.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Citrus County. It is that time in our service when we take a moment to meditate. This time is set aside for you to let go of thoughts that no longer serve any purpose in your life and start living in the moment. I invite you to relax and gently close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And let's begin our transformation. Take a nice, deep breath in. And when you breathe out, imagine you can let go of anything that holds you back. Go ahead. Gently breathe in deeply again. Breathe out and release your worries. And again, breathe in and let go of the air as you breathe out. Relax. Know that the future has yet to come, and the past is long gone. Be in this now moment. Remember that our thoughts create our reality. So begin to visualize what you want and desire. Letting go of old beliefs and anything that holds you back. Let it go. Softly breathe in and breathe out. Feel these concerns fade away from your life. Now hear yourself saying, I let go of anything that holds me back. I release all tension and all worries. I forgive others for things they have done in my past. I am willing to let go of yesterday. I understand that my mistakes are learning opportunities. I let go of any anger or pain that has been blocking me from living a happy life. I release all hate and resentment towards others. And I release and let go of all negativity that has rested in my body or my mind. I am grateful for this life that I live and for the blessing of this now moment. Take that all in now. You have done powerful work here today. Letting go. Take another deep breath and open your eyes as you free that breath. Feel yourself refreshed and ready to take on this day with joy. Allow yourself to be open and receptive to the universe and all it has to offer. And so it is. Namaste.
That's a funny title, isn't it? They must be wondering, what is that woman going to talk about? The red pill practice. Well, it's part of the new series that we started last week based on the book from Jane Simmons on that you can't sleep through your awakening. Last week we talked about a little homework assignment that you were going to practice being in the present moment. How many of you tried that? How many of you found it pretty hard? Yes, it takes practice. It takes practice. And we're going to kind of share a lot of red pill practices that will help us to do that. Last week, just a real quick recap, what we talked about was that awakening is part of the quest that we all seek when we're in the spiritual path. But you know, even when you're not seeking it, it can happen. It can happen when you are in the what? Present moment, when you're here right now, when you're not, your thoughts are not over there wandering into the past, into the memories and the pain and everything that happened out there, or imagining into the future. But when it is right here in the right now moment, then you open the opportunity for you to be able to see beyond appearances, to be able to see a greater reality. And it can happen at any time. It can happen at any time. And we practiced that. We did. Anytime, and I love when she said this, anytime when our feet and our head are in the same place, then we're in the present moment. So you must be asking yourself, well, what exactly is this red pill? What exactly is in it? I could tell you that there's nothing dangerous in it, okay? Nothing at all. It's safe to take. There's only one side effect that you need to be aware of. And that side effect is that you will stop dragging your past with you. Let's see if I can get it up there. There you go. Stop dragging the past. And that's kind of a good side effect, isn't it? Because lots of times that's where we are. We're carrying the burden of our thoughts and our feelings and into the present, which really, what can we do? It's done. It's a chapter of our lives. Can we heal from it? Yes, we can. So I love that little cartoon. When I first saw it, I said, I have got to share this little cartoon with everyone. So being the red pill moment it's really safe. You could take the red pill, and the practices, and then what it does is awakens you to some practices that you can apply in your life so that you can stay awake. So now you know that it's safe, you know the side effects. What you don't know is what's really in it. Sometimes you always ask yourself, what are the ingredients in this package? What's going on here? And so I'm going to share with you that there's nothing to worry about. If you remember the word face, that's an easy word to remember. The red pill stands for and is for, and the ingredients in there are forgiveness, appreciation, compassion, and embodiment. Those are the practices that we want to awaken in us so that we can be much more present to the real moment that is now. And it's easy to remember. Just remember face. So today I'm going to just talk about one of those practices, and it's the practice of appreciation and how appreciation helps us to stay in the present moment. So I want to kind of take you through a little journey. Have you noticed that we have a tendency to focus on the negative? Have you noticed that? There's so much positive, but we have a tendency to focus more on the negative than we do on the positive. And we give focus to the negative things, whether they're insignificant or inconsequential. It doesn't matter, we kind of go there. So in order for you to imagine, listen to this scenario. Suppose you booked a reservation on your favorite B&B. And you go there and you check in and you go to your room, and the room has the finest furniture. It looks great. And they've decorated impeccably, very elegant. And you're feeling pretty good. And now you go to check out the bathroom, and what's there? A gigantic spider. So where's your focus now? Is it on the furniture and on the decorations and all that? No, your focus goes immediately into there's a spider in my room. Alert, alert. Panic goes into. So the negativity, this phenomenon is called negativity bias. That's what that is. And it has been built into our brain based on millions of years of evolving and dealing with threat. That's where it's there. We have wonderful, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that we are marvelously and wonderfully made, and that is so very true. We have all that we need to live in this realm. So the negativity bias is really one of our tools to keep us safe. And so what happens is that when we start, focusing on the negative, there's another part of us a part of us is in the brain. It processes emotional, it takes care of the emotional processes. It's called the amygdala. I know Annie has talked a lot about the amygdala. So if you've been listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's almost like a smoke alarm that goes in your head. So you hear that you see that there's a spider, there's a negativity bias, you're focusing on it, and the amygdala goes right into action. And Simmons says that it's a lot like that hapless robot in the TV show Lost in Space, where we're just swinging his arms, danger, danger, danger. So imagine it like that. And then as soon as that signal gets sent out that there's danger, the body systems go into high gear to go right into that place where you are going to be able to either your whole body behaves like that. Goes into fight, flight, or freeze. So when our negativity bias and the amygdala work together, they help us to respond to things that are a threat, a survival system in our body. However, not so great when they are triggered with what they perceive as a threat, and it's not really a threat. Sometimes they'll perceive it like the threat will come in the form of a coworker. All of a sudden you see them as a threat to you, or an ex-wife, or a girlfriend, or boyfriend, whatever you want to say. All of a sudden that person becomes a threat, and guess what's happening? You're focusing on the negative. The amygdala is sending all those signals, and you're not in a happy place anymore. And these false alarms are not uncommon. They happen all the time. So I thought about when has it happened in our lives, and I thought about our teenage years, one of those most awkward years of our lives. If I ever had to go back in time, it would not be a teenager again, for sure. So in her book, Simmons gives us an example about a teenager who was in class, and he was asked an answer, and he was one of the quiet guys, and eventually he was prodded to answer, and he answered wrong. And people laughed at him. They laughed at him because his response wasn't right. And the amygdala already began to signal, danger, 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 don't. Because now that experience was putting him in a place where he felt embarrassed and shamed. And that's a memory now in his mind. So whenever he's put into a similar situation, now he's all grown up, maybe he's going to a wonderful meeting with friends and everything, and the question is asked, and the memory kicks in at the time when that happened. And of course, the amygdala is going, don't answer that question. There's all these things. Remember what happened the last time when everybody laughed at you. And you made a total fool of yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it again. And so if the painful memory of the past haunts you, if you haven't healed it, if it's still there, when you're in a similar experience, you're going to feel just as scared as you felt when you were back then. So it's a very interesting process. Now here's what happens. That's what happens when you keep, when your behavior, when you respond to life, when those things trigger a threat in you, because it happened in the past, what you're doing is you're creating I feel like I'm doing a science class, neural pathways, in your brain, because it's a repeated habit. You always respond that same way because you kind of been afraid that, you're going to be made fun of. You don't like that experience. You don't want that experience to happen again. And so we get stuck in this loop of seeing what can go wrong. We get stuck in it. And it becomes almost like an addiction. It really does. Addiction to the inner drama. You get stuck there. And if you ask anyone who's experienced addiction in their life, you will know that the one common denominator for them is that they have this great desire to escape the present moment. They don't want to be there. It feels uncomfortable. They want to cover up the emotional ocean that is buried within themselves. And so, not a good place to be. The more you feel that same emotion, the more addicted you become to it. And guess what? It's like we're kind of funny creatures, right? Because when we are feeling chronically stressed or anxious or depressed or bored, whatever it may be, this becomes our state of being. And where we're not feeling that way, it's almost like we feel like, wait a minute, I'm waiting for the next thing to take me there, because you don't believe that you can stay in that place. You start to feel, wow, I'm not feeling any stress. I wonder what's going on. I'm going to, when is it going to come? When is the bomb going to come? So when we are feeling that way, we feel like it's not right. And somehow unconsciously, we even develop a behavior that will help us to get the fix that we want or that we, have been accustomed to. And that's called self-sabotaging. You ever heard that? You sabotage your own good. So the good news, so that all sounds like kind of scary, but there is always good news. The good news is that this can change. But it's going to require a little bit of us, a little bit from you, so that you set the intention, I really don't want to live like this. I don't want to be addicted to stress or anxiety, or I want to be able to feel free. Someone told me this week that they live life out loud, and I'd never heard that phrase, believe it or not. It's the first time I heard it. And I asked them, what does that mean? He says, I'm free. I live freely with what I choose to do and be in my life. I said, wow, that person must be really in the present moment. But anyway, so the good news is that we can change all of this a little bit. We don't have to be dictated by the emotions of an experience that happened in the past, allowing that to dictate how we will behave now. And it's like I said this earlier when we first opened up, that we have this wonderful gift that we've been given, and it's the gift of choice. You can choose a different way of thinking, or choose a different way of being. We can choose to create a new habit. And this new habit, then, the more you do it, it creates a different neural pathway where you can go there. So when you're feeling triggered, when you're feeling like, oh, I don't think I want to answer that question because they're going to make fun of me or whatever, is going on. I don't know if I have the right answer, or whatever the situation may be, stop yourself in that triggering moment. Just stop. Take a breath. Pause. I speak of the pause all the time. You're feeling that emotion, just pause for a minute. And then realize that at that moment, your brain's negativity bias has kicked in. Realize that. And then you can consciously make a different choice. You can go down a different route. And then the more you do it, the less you are a prisoner of the emotional past that you held on to. Another thing that we can do is shift from focusing always on what's wrong, and actively look for what's right. There's plenty to look for, but we focus on what's wrong. The lenses through which we view our life really matters. If we view the life through everything is going wrong, oh my God, this world is going to hell in a handbasket. And that's where we are. That, of course, as a neural pathway you're creating, and every time, that's all you can see. Your negativity bias is constantly on guard. Simmons says that experiences themselves are really neutral. They're not good or bad, they're neutral. It's actually our internal reaction to them that determines the stress level that they cause us. So pause, notice what's good. I love this quote from Mark Twain. It says, "It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that ain't so." Yeah, I love that quote. You're so sure that it's true, but it's not, So there's this beautiful line in the book of A Course in Miracles. Some of you attend the Course in Miracles here. It's just a beautiful class. And also, I will give a plug for Barbara Newkirk's class, A Course in Love. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful class. But in the Course in Miracles, there's a quote that helps me to deal in shifting my perception from focusing on what is not going right to focusing what is going right in my life, and then making a different choice. And the quote is, I could see peace instead of this. Instead of all the craziness that sometimes shows up in our lives, can we pause? Can we breathe? Can we see peace? Because the truth is that wherever we are, wherever we stand, our number one principle of unity is that God is ever present, always. So I can choose to see that whatever is unfolding has a purpose, and that I can remain in peace. I could choose to see peace. So when I begin to feel anxious about what's happening in the world today, I could say that I choose to see peace instead of this. I choose that. And through the eyes of Spirit, we realize that there is a greater reality beyond what we're seeing from the realm of appearances. There is something greater. Judge rightly. We've been given the gift to judge rightly, that what we're seeing is much smaller than the bigger picture. Something is unfolding for the greater good. We don't know it yet, but we can choose peace in the midst of it. In the book of Proverbs. And then if we choose peace, let me just say this before I do that. When we choose peace, where are we? We're in the now. We're here. So choosing peace is important. In the book of Proverbs, there's a verse that's really good. It says, God conceals himself from the mind of man. This crazy mind is constantly going all over the place, you know. He conceals himself, but he reveals himself to the heart. Beautiful. Choose to see life through the portal of your sacred heart. Choose that. Carl Jung says that your vision will become so much clearer when you look with your heart. What looks outside is dreaming, and who looks inside is awakened. No, look inside. Let not your heart be troubled with all the things that are going around us. God is. Be still. Know God. Choose peace. Choose to see the good. All those are red-pill practices that will lead you to a space of gratitude. Seeing with the eyes of appreciation is going to change your perspective. So if you remain unconsciously sleeping in the dream of thought, as Eckhart Tolle calls it, you can't see rightly. You're not in the present moment. Actually, your whole body is maybe even calling out, alert, alert, alert. You know, you're in stress mode. Choose peace. Choose to see the good. Choose a different way of being on this planet, of living in this planet. Because the lens through which you see the world is perceived through, if you're not doing that, your lens is going to be all cloudy, marred with judgment, and false beliefs, and unconscious thinking and unconscious reactions. We have to maybe choose to see with the heart, go within. The answer is always to look through the portal of your heart. It really is. So when those times come, go there. Simmons says that gratitude, and when you go there, all of a sudden the door of gratitude opens up. Your heart softens and you start to feel good. Because you know that God is, I am. Gratitude is the magic key to changing our focus and our inner state, and we cannot connect it, and we can connect to it through the power of our heart. There's a practice that Simmons shares in the book. I tried it. I mean, it really actually worked for me. She learned it from a young girl. Napolis was her name. And the little girl called it the gratitude achievement moments. And what she did every day, she would list anticipated moments where she would experience gratitude. And she would write them down. You know how some of us keep a gratitude journal? Some of us keep it, and you write all the good things that happen in the day, or you do it in the morning, or you do it in the evening. But she says that this is not instead of that. This is maybe could be in addition to that if you want to. But she found that this really worked. So you set the intention ahead of time to have gratitude for the moments that are coming in your life. You kind of set it ahead of time. So I tried it this week. I said, okay, I'm going to do this. First, I got up in the morning, and I was all ready to go, and I said, before I go, here's one of the moments that I'm anticipating that I'm going to experience gratitude. And one of them was going to be to have breakfast with my Joe. That was going to be one of my moments. And then later on, the other moment, I already said it in my mind, the other moment was going to be to engage in a phone call with my daughter. And really loved that. And then finally, the last moment was to come home and play with Mia. So I had all of that said, and in my heart, I began to imagine how I was going to feel at that moment, how I was going to feel when I get there. I was visualizing it. And then I went off to work, and I did my own little thing. Actually, I didn't go out to work yet. So when I sat with Joe, we were having breakfast together. I had this, all of a sudden, I didn't realize, I remembered, oh my God, this was one of the gratitude moments because I was feeling really good in that moment. I was realizing that I was grateful for, having a little bit of time. We don't always have breakfast together, but that particular day we did. So we had a little bit of time together, and I was grateful for the ease that we have in our relationship. We have this beautiful ease going on. After 50 years, we got it, I think, So it felt so good, and I was so grateful for him. And so I left with that attitude of gratitude. I left the house with that, and I was so happy. And I get to work, and I did all my little things, and as scheduled, when I called my daughter, and we're talking, and we're laughing, and she's sharing memories. I'm so happy. And I said, I remembered, wow, that was another moment of gratitude that I had planned. And so I took awareness of that. And then later on, of course, I come home, and who greets me? Of course, Joe always greets me, but who else? Miss Mia. And I sat with her for a few moments, and I enjoyed that moment with her. And I remember that was, again, another moment that I had anticipated that I would feel gratitude. It was a beautiful day. And in each and every one of those moments, I was really present. I was with my daughter, with my husband, and with my Mia. And it felt wonderful, and I was able to focus on the good that is in my life. And I realized that in the now moment, I have so much good to be thankful for. There is so much good. The very fact that a whole bunch of processes have to happen in this planet for us to even take one breath made me feel grateful. And so when we couldn't get there, no matter what's going around our world, we know there is a greater reality. Things are working for our good. We can stand and be grateful. Make room for anticipatory moments of gratitude. So those things are red pill practices. Making a different choice. Making a realization to look for things in your life that you can be grateful for. And even to plan for anticipated moments of gratitude. Gratitude is understanding, and this is from the book from David White called Consolations. He says, I love this quote. I love them all anyway, that's why I put them in here. It says, gratitude is understanding that many millions of things have to come together and live together and mesh together and breathe together in order for us to take one more breath. But when you breathe, be grateful. And if you can't find anything grateful to be grateful for, at least be grateful for your breath. And when you begin this red pill practice, you will notice that the more you look for things to appreciate, what's going to happen? More things are going to show up. You're awake, you're watching, you're seeing. You know, science has proven that 5 minutes of negative emotions really impairs your immune system. And we want a strong immune system, don't we? So maybe we could flip that and spend at least 5 minutes a day experience positive emotions. Simon says, it may be true that as human beings we have negative bias, but awakening to the pattern of behavior, and being aware of what's being activated, put the power right back in your hands at that moment. Be aware. And Jesus knew this secret so very well because he reminded us, in all things give thanks. He knew the secret. He realized that, God was the unfailing source of our good, and that we live in an ocean of goodness. We are inherently good. We're a child of God, inherently good. So this week, I could go on, I'm getting excited. So this week, I'm going to invite you to maybe consider, I know I'm going to keep trying to practice this anticipatory gratitude moment. Pick 3, just 3 a day. Say, okay, before I start my day, I'm going to anticipate that these are the moments I'm going to arrive and I'm going to feel so grateful for. Visualize them, and then let it go, and go about your day. And you're going to find that when you're in those moments, gratitude is going to bubble up within you because you already anticipated, you prepared your heart for it. And choose to see the world through the portal of your heart. There's something much greater out there that we cannot see with these human eyes. And I hope that you would join me in doing that, because it will, if anything else, improve your immune system. So I choose differently. Take that red pill practice this week of gratitude. And know that every time that you are feeling it, you're going to be in the present moment. I love you and I bless you and thank you for everything. Be grateful in all things. Thank you. Namaste. And feel free to stand if you like.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
All
is
that
a gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart aligned in purpose. Everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
am, all that I see,
I sit and pray, cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings, everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing, everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings, everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Na 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 na.
Wait, one more. This is for y'all.
All that I am.
So in this joyful and grateful moment, it's that time in our service to give of our gifts and our tithes and our offerings, and let us acknowledge the gifts that you are sending today. We're so grateful to each and every one of you who are with us for sending in your checks, your contributions online, for all your gifts and tithes that make it possible for us to continue to come to you live. Please take your gifts in your hands and affirm your offering blessing with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send forth this gift with my blessings and my love. And so it is. We thank you for being with us today, and we hope that you have been uplifted and energized, and that you can go through your week feeling God's love in every place that you go. And remember to continue to take that red pill, or practice the red pill now that it's been explained. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Will you now say with me the affirmation of prayer and protection? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a wonderful week, many blessings, and I think that Reverend Luz may have a few more announcements. Namaste.
So I just want to keep it really short, not long. You know, when you have gratitude, there's joy. So we're a joyful room. I want to kind of just bring to your awareness that we have so many people in this congregation that just really give with all their heart. And they give because they know this is their home. This is your home. Not just my home, it's your home too. And so they see things and they realize, oh, this needs to be taken care of. So JT was here this past week, and he and his friend Larry install some surprises for you in the restrooms. So we want to say thank you, JT, for doing that for us. Thank you so much. And that's the way it is. You know, we see the need. This is our home. If we take care of our home, we do it at our home. Why not till we're here? Take care of our home. The other thing I want to announce, because I want to make sure that class is going to fill up really quickly, is Annie and Arvid's class called the Second Half of Life. October 14th, is it, Annie? October, it starts on the 14th, right? So all the information that you need is going to be on the website, is going to be on the weekly wake up, is going to be in the office if you want to register. I would encourage you to register for that class. It's going to go quickly. Annie, you want to say something about it?
We'll have a table out in the lobby
Next Sunday, yes.
questions. It's actually a workshop.
Yes. Yes, it's not a class, it's a workshop. Thank you. And then finally, I want to, two things more. I want to remind you of the live screening. That's a great opportunity to take advantage of that. They'll give you 5 screenings for a very reasonable price. If you have any questions about that, call the office, but there are flyers that you can take and have where you could go ahead and call them. And finally, I want to, it was brought to my attention that Junebugs only has the address, the little flyers that we gave you about, you know, being able to send her a card shower. But I tell you, my experience every time I call her, she's so happy to hear from you. So I'm going to encourage you to please call the office this week, or maybe on the way out, see me and I'll give you the phone number. Call Jude and let her know that you love her. It just brightens up her day. So that's all the announcements I have, and I will see you in the back, and be grateful for it all. Namaste. Oh my goodness. Why do I do this? We have children in the midst, so let's do our children's blessing, because I am so grateful. I have missed you, and we want to bless you, okay? So everybody rub your hands, and let's just bless our beautiful young girl visiting us. We love you and we bless you. We behold the Christ in you, and we see you doing great things, and we do that. Amen. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm all over the place today. But
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
All
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors, and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart aligned in purpose. Everything
All
will feel
that I
great.